Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another Wash Day Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining. As I've mentioned in the past, I cannot see, because we use Zoom to do these meetings, I cannot see all of the questions and comments that you have. So Kari is joining us today. Giveaways, Kari. And Kari's going to be our moderator. From time to time, we'll stop, and she will shout out the questions that you have for our guests, and also for me, and we will do our best to answer them. If we are not answering them here on screen, we will definitely answer them in the comment section. And then you can always visit us at MyRevAir.com, and we have a chat widget where you can speak in real time to someone from our customer engagement team. So those are all different ways you can get answers. While we are giving everybody a minute here to log in, if you will tell us where you guys are visiting from and put that in the comments field below. And in the meantime, we'll go around to our guests and we will ask them where they are visiting from. So let's start with Paula, who started all of this with her family. Paula, where are you joining us from?
We're in Shreveport, Louisiana.
And who's there with you? A birthday girl, right?
This is my daughter, Avery, who turns 20 on Friday.
Happy birthday, Avery. Everybody throw a happy birthday message in the comments for Avery. Yay! And Shreveport, Louisiana, it's humid there. I've actually spent some time in Louisiana. What is the temperature right now? How's it been? Is it hot? Is it still cool? We're really hot in California right now.
It was actually kind of nice today. It was a little windy and high, I think, 70 maybe.
74. Look at 20-year-old pulls out the technology to tell me exactly what the temperature is at the moment. I love it. Okay, and then Paula, you were the first one to find RevAir. Where did you find RevAir? How did you come across this crazy device?
My husband was driving from here to Kansas. There he is.
Is that him peeking his head? Come on in, husband.
Hi, Mark.
Come on in.
He's the one that started all this.
It was all my idea.
Well, he was listening to
Tell us how you found it. Come here. I love having you in here.
I was
What's your name besides amazing husband? What should I call you besides that?
It's Mark.
Mark the amazing husband. Okay. How did you hear about RevAir, Mark?
I heard a commercial when I was driving, and I called her immediately and said, "You got to get this. You have to have this. I'm ordering this for you."
Thank you, Mark.
Now that means you probably heard about it on Sirius Radio.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you're a Sirius listener. And I'm guessing the reason you said she had to have it is because it takes a lot to get her out the door, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So when she used to say she could get ready in 5 minutes, it was kind of like 5 football minutes, right?
Right. Right.
I figured that would be the case. Well, I am glad that we are not only straightening hair, but we're making marriages better all across the United States, UK, and Canada. And you get an award for starting this. Now, when he told you you needed this, Paula, did you think he was crazy that you were going to put your hair in something that uses suction or reverse air? Did you think like, yeah, I'm not doing that?
Yeah, I was a little perturbed. I didn't know exactly how it worked or anything, so I watched a bunch of your videos, and then I went ahead and ordered it. It was like 2 years ago. How long ago was it? No, it was November.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Long time.
So if you ordered in November of 2 years ago, you literally opened in our first like 4 months of business. So you're like one of the earliest adopters that we've met on our lives.
She's a pioneer.
She is. She's a pioneer. So Paula, after you used it, who's the first sister that you bought it for? Because this started with you and it went through your whole family. So who was next?
Julie.
So Julie. Did you see your sister use this before she gifted you one, or
Yes.
did she just gift you one?
She went to her house and she made me wash my hair, and then she did it for me.
Well, that was nice. She not only bought it for you, but she did it for you.
Yes,
So that's good. Oh, that's awesome. And so I'm guessing because you live in Louisiana, there's always the hair kind of becoming frizzy and stuff, but it looks like maybe in your family, it's characteristic to have some waves.
Yes, very curly hair.
Yeah. Okay. And then how did we get Nancy to get one?
She saw mine, and mine actually has gotten so much longer, and it's so much healthier than it was, because I actually have a muscle here from drying my hair. They saw me, they saw my hair, and they're like, how come your hair is so long and so not
Healthy.
healthy? Yeah. And then that's how I got them.
Awesome. And
all I do is talk about how great it is. So.
Oh, thank you for that. Well, Nancy, I know you've had yours a couple of months now, or February-ish, right?
I think my husband got it for me for Christmassy birthday.
Oh, that's another amazing husband, Kari. I need to move to Louisiana to get a husband, apparently.
Well, they just sick of us always doing our hair. And we have wavy hair. If it wasn't frizzy, we could wear it wavy. But as soon as you open the door to Louisiana, your hair, it kind of does this real kind of sad thing where it gets real frizzy and kind of loses its fullness at the same time. So it looks like you kind of been through soup, like, and it gets really hot here too. So yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Mostly what I was doing is dry my hair and then
straighten it
and sweat, having to pretty much get back in the shower. So then, having this and just sitting back and, holding it on there.
You don't end up being sweaty after blow drying your hair.
You're also
so nice.
Yeah, I know for even me here in California, which, the humidity is much different than in Louisiana. The first time I went to Louisiana, the way I described it was I got out of the shower and I felt like I already needed another shower. Like it's that fast that you feel it when you're not used to it.
The middle of the summer is the worst.
Yeah. And so even here in California, when I use a blow dryer, I would get halfway through my hair and I'd have to take a break because I'd be sweating. And then I'd start at the top of my hair and you're like literally drying yourself off with the blow dryer. So now what people probably don't understand who are just watching for the first time is that this uses reverse air. That's why it's called RevAir, and it uses suction to dry and straighten your hair in a single step. And because it uses reverse air, there is no hot air blowing on you. So what it does is it allows you to get your hair done 3 times faster, but without that hot, fussy, sweaty mess. Now, Avery, I know that you just turned 20. Are you shocked that your mom scooped you and she introduced you to a cool product instead of vice versa?
Yes, I love the
Silly. She's so silly.
I love the RevAir. It's really amazing. The first time I did it, I was like, wow, I didn't expect it to be that straight and like silky. It was amazing. We did a slow motion video of it. You know how you can do that on the iPhone? And it looked really cool.
Well, you'll have to send it to us and we'll share it on social so that everybody can see it. So if you still have it in your phone, send it to us. Well, I would love to go around really quick before we get you guys revving and tell the audience a bit about some things. But what I would love to know is, Paula, and if you want to not turn off your mic and jump over to Avery, that's just fine. But how long did it used to take you to do your hair, Paula, and how long does it take you now?
I took an hour and a half.
Okay.
The key is it did not look good.
An hour and a half, and it didn't look like it took an hour and a half. It looked like you needed to still start.
It didn't look like I even did anything. So.
And how long does it take now?
15 minutes. Less than 15 minutes. Yeah. And it's straight.
Oh.
Like this. You'll see.
I think Mark probably wants that extra hour and 15 minutes that you saved for you to dote on him. So, okay. And then Avery, how long did it take you to straighten your hair before?
A long time.
Not even worth thinking about. And how long does it take now?
way shorter, cut a lot of minutes off.
10 minutes maybe?
And it's a lot easier. You just hold it there and it's done, you know? Straightening, you have to put every single little piece in there and go down,
burn it.
down. And it's damaging too.
It is. It is. I always tell people, like, if you think of a straightener, it's really meant to like singe your hair into submission. It's like, let me just burn you into doing what I told you I wanted you to do. And with RevAir, it's so little heat, but then it does the same thing. And I think in a much more beautiful way, because the hair looks healthy and shiny. It still has some movement to it that you don't really have when you flat iron it. So Julie, how long does it take you now versus what it took you before?
It takes me about 10 minutes now, and it used to take at least, 30 minutes with a blow dryer and a brush. And then you got to add on the, the straightening time.
Right. So just there, you cut it in a third, and that doesn't even include your finishing time. Okay, Nancy, tell us how long it took you. You were saying that you used to go get a lot of keratin treatments because you just couldn't take it. Oh, I think you have us muted, love. Now your family's laughing at you.
I think it takes me about the same amount of time as Julie. That's for round one. But then you have to go and you have to straighten it. And then by the time in Baton Rouge, when you finish straightening it, it's already kind of poofing back out in some areas. So you have to start over. And it's just it's a long frustrating process, and you end up, like Paula said, never really being happy. But the RevAir, it makes so much sense. What y'all have created makes so much more sense than what a regular blow dryer does. So I'm really thrilled.
Nancy, I know you're thrilled, but just before we went on, like just before I hit the live button, you told me what you would do if you met the founder of RevAir, the man who invented this. What did you tell me you would do?
I said I'd like to kiss his feet.
And I said he's quite handsome, so you might want to move up to the face.
Yeah, well, you know what? Honestly, it just was such a logical idea that someone put into practice, and those always make the best inventions. And I think that it's going to revolutionize the whole way you do hair. And I'm not just saying that. I think it's been long in coming, because my sisters and I have been abusing our hair our whole life. People a long time ago used to have to straighten their hair with a real iron on an ironing board.
No, I talked about that because my mom was a hippie. My dad was a hippie. Like his hair was as long as my mom's when they got married, and they would iron their hair on ironing boards.
When we were born, there were no blow dryers and all that. We used soup can rollers, and we just lived with it. It wasn't a pretty place.
Well, I agree with you. I think this is going to revolutionize things as well. When you often hear from companies that they've reinvented the blow dryer, I always look at it and think, but it still blows. Like, what's so different about that? And so this is truly a new way to do your hair. So, Kari, do you have any questions before I set them off to get revving?
Oh, we're good. Go ahead and start revving.
Okay, well, I think that you guys have been answering all the questions along the way, so let's go ahead and mute your devices, and then Avery will laugh at you when you forget to unmute them. And why doesn't everybody go ahead and rev 2 or 3 sections for me, and then pop back on and we'll chat a little. So, Kari, how fun is this family?
They're a riot. So much fun. And I love how Avery giggles at them all. Typical 20-year-old, right?
She probably has some like crazy aunt stories, which I'm sure, your kids have about me. Well, as everybody can see here, this family, there are 4 of them in this family that have a RevAir. And what it proves is, no matter who is in your family and the type of hair that they have, this device works for every single person, because each person will have their own heat settings. So this is what we call the wand. Your hair goes into the wand, and it uses reverse air to do that. It has 3 settings. There is no heat, low heat, and high heat. And even at the highest setting, it's 100 degrees less than your lowest setting on your flat iron. So from a damage perspective, this is the healthiest thing on the market that can straighten and dry your hair in a single step. What happens is your hair goes into here. This is the heat chamber, and your hair actually floats in midair. It took 4 years just to design the inside of this. So don't say, can't I just use a vacuum? No, if you want to see someone use this versus a vacuum, go to YouTube. There's someone who did half a head and half a head, and it was a rat's nest. But with this, the hair doesn't flop around. Look at Avery's hair right there, how shiny it is, her first section. It's incredibly silky and shiny compared to that side, which has texture and curls are beautiful, but she wants to be able to have, you know, the ability to do different looks. And so this allows her to do that. The other thing besides the heat controls is on the base unit, there is a tension setting. It goes from 0 to 7. So whether you have straight hair, you have coily hair, it works for each person. Now, if you have 4C hair, it can get you to a stretch style or a protective style, but is it going to get it bone straight? Probably not, but it's going to get it drier and straighter than the other things on the market. It's going to do it in a more healthy way, and it's going to do it much faster. And that there also lends to the health of the hair, because then you're not putting your hair through a long time of heat exposure. And then also there's no brush. You see that they brush their section, but once they put their hair in, there's no brush. So there's no breakage, or less breakage, I should say, and less loss of hair. So what I want to say as well about that tension setting is that you will find your own, and you start low and you go up. So Kari, mine is, I do high heat just because I'm impatient. I could probably do low heat. I do high heat, and I do a 3 when I haven't had a haircut, and a 4 when my hair is freshly cut because my ends are equipped to take it. What are your settings? I know you don't have a lot of curl or waves.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have pretty straight hair. It just gets a little bit frizzy if it air dries, but
Avery,
I use a
gorgeous.
3, and I use high heat. And then for the last 10 to 12 seconds, I always cool shot it just to kind of lock it in, so it eliminates that frizz at the end.
So Kari makes a great point about frizz. They were talking a lot about being in Louisiana and the conditions. And part of eliminating those flyaways and frizz is that you want to lock down your cuticles. So if you didn't know it, your hair has cuticles to it. And those cuticles look like roof shingles. And the roof shingles, when you have frizzy hair and your blow dryer has blown it all about, they're all going different directions. And that is why you have flyaways. And it's also why you don't see as much shine to your hair, because of the way that the light will hit it. So if you are using RevAir, I say it goes with the flow. The cuticle is pulled down in its natural direction based on the fact that it's using RevAir or suction. And that seals down the cuticle in a way that you can't really do at home, because a stylist has to stand over you with a blow dryer and a brush and really make sure to angle things. So RevAir makes that so easy. And if you look at all of them, like, they're just sitting there one-handed doing their hair. You can see Avery, how quick she is at it. They move it around at their scalp to get the roots, and you let the device do the work. You don't have to do lots of work. You don't want to pump it. You don't want to do anything of that nature. You just want to let the device do work and just barely move it around each section. So wow, look at Avery's hair. Look at Julie's hair. Now, some of them, their hair was already drying and getting a smidge frizzy beforehand, but they were trying to keep it water bottled. But even for seeing this on semi-dry hair that had already started with some frizz, it's just incredible, the results. Look at, oh my gosh, look at Paula's from side to side. Like mother, like daughter over there, super silky. Do we have any questions, or am I answering them as we go, Kari?
I think you're answering them as we go. We do have some people loving all the ladies revving their hair. And Teresa let us know she has type 2 hair. She uses tension setting 3 as well on high heat. So it's
awesome. Yeah, if you're watching, shout out what your settings are so people know what you're using as well. That helps people to know where to begin. Typically, it's about 30 seconds if you have wavy hair for each section. It is about 60 seconds if you have curly hair and about 90 seconds if you have coily hair per section. So if you think that you're doing your hair in like 8 sections and they're a minute each, you're done in under 10 minutes. And that is mind-blowing. You also get to see their hair is not blowing around. There's not like a whole bunch of hubbub happening in this bathroom. They're sectioning, putting it in, pulling that out, and then going on to the next section. So it makes it really quick and easy. And they are just going about their business. I love that it's a whole family revving their hair. Like their family pictures just got so much better. You're going to be able to see the before Rev years in their family pictures and then the after Rev years. They're all going to look like they went and had their hair done professionally. Looks really beautiful and so fun. They're such a fun family. Look at Avery's hair. Wow.
It's beautiful.
Look at Julie go. Yeah. So Julie's doing her roots right now. You can see her. She has it at the top of her head and she just moves it around slightly. And what Nancy was sharing with us earlier is just how hard it is when you have curly hair to do the back of your head. So you see her right now. She is one-handed doing the back of her hair and not having to fuss with it and stress over it. And it makes it so much easier for her to not just look good from the front, but look good all around. Wow, Avery, can you turn your head from side to side for us? Show us before or curly, air dried. And then look at that. No wonder you like it. Now, as I said on all of our Wash Day Wednesdays, we're not saying straight hair is prettier. What we're saying is when you want to straighten your hair, you should do it in the most healthy, easy, fastest way that you can that gives you a result like that. I think we have a future influencer on our hands. The way she's bouncing that hair. That's amazing. This family might need their own like hairstyling reality channel on YouTube or something because they would be fun. Really great. Well, Avery, do you want to pop back on so we can chat with you? Can you hear me? Her mom's still revving.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Hi, no, I was just saying, do you want to pop back on and chat? So you have done basically half of your head in less than 6 minutes. I didn't watch the clock completely, but look at the difference. So tell me how it feels to rev your hair and how your hair feels after.
Well, it looks shiny and it feels shiny too.
Yeah,
really like
don't you want to run your hands through it all the time, huh? You can pop over. Come over, Paula. Come over. Let's see you guys next to each other. So look at that. Turn your head to your air dried side. Okay. And now turn your head to your revved side. Very, very nice. Very nice. And it was so quick. Julie, look at you. Okay. First of all, if everybody looks at Julie right there, look at the length she gets by using RevAir. Like with her curls, her hair looks like it's just shoulder length-ish, and then how much length she gets. So it really changes your look overall, and so it gives you those options. Look at Nancy. She's like, look at this frizz. She keeps grabbing it. Look at this frizz. That's awesome. Well, I think I'd love to go around so we don't keep everybody too long, but I'd love to go around and just say, if you were at lunch and you were telling a friend about RevAir, how would you describe it and what would you tell them? So, Julie, do you want to start? How would you can say it in any
conversation.
You have, okay, let's.
Many times. And how does it work? And I'm like, it's like a vacuum cleaner, but for your hair. So, yeah, and I've actually showed a couple of my friends. So, but they have straight hair, so they don't need it.
Right. You know, a lot of people will ask me that. I have straight hair. Should I get one? And I'll say it'll dry faster, but you might not feel as excited as someone like who fights frizz and curl. So, you know, it's really kind of up to it. But if you have wavy, curly, or coily hair, this was made for you. It's a lifesaver. So, Avery, how would you tell your friends at LSU about this? Like, what would you say to them if you were at the dorm?
Well, first, I think I would show them like what the change is. Here you can see some curls in there. And then I think if someone saw me with this hair, they would have no idea I had naturally curly hair. They would have no idea.
Yeah, it's the results speak for themselves, right? So I think that's what was so cute about your mom taking her sister Julie and saying like, come here, I'm going to do your hair for you so that you try this. And we always say that trying is buying. Like once you try it, you're like, I have to have that. So I think this is a good time to share with everybody. We do have 2 payment plans. We have PayPal credit, and then we also have Afterpay. We also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't care for RevAir, which will not happen, but if you don't care for the results RevAir gives you, you get to ship it back, and we even pay for the return shipping. So what do you have to lose except your blow dryer? Like that's all you're really going to lose. And the thing that I would love to say about it is I know that some of you have seen that we are out of stock. We are thrilled we're out of stock in the sense that means you all are supporting us, this small little company of less than 20 people, and RevAirs are getting out into the world. But just like everybody else who's affected by COVID and their businesses kind of turned upside down and the brakes have been pumped, so has ours. So you can go to RevAir.com, MyRevAir.com, and you can sign up for alerts that will tell you about in-stock, promotion. It's all the first to know list, and you can be the first to know as well by going to MyRevAir.com. Now, Paula, you have told lots of people about this. How do you describe RevAir and kind of what's the review you would give it at the end of the day?
I describe it as life-changing. I told everyone that, you know, I busted my behind drying my hair. I have huge muscles on my arms. I've ripped my hair out. I burned my hair, and they notice my hair now. They notice that my hair is long, it's thicker, it's not torn up like it was before. So, and I tell them at that point, you need to get one too, because I've told so many people, as you can see.
Oh, well, I'm so grateful for this support. We really are. And I tell people all the time, you know, there's this meme that says like, you know, every time you place an order, somebody does a happy dance. We literally do. Like every single one of us is notified on our phone every time someone places an order. Every comment that's out there in social media, we try to answer. Every email we get, we answer. We pride ourselves on really being engaged with the people who are helping us build this company. So thank you so much for your support. Nancy, how are you doing over there? You did almost your whole head. Oh, she's muted again. Avery's going to laugh at you. Your new name is anti-mute.
Okay, here I am. I'm sorry, I'm old. I don't know.
No, you're fantastic.
But I don't know if y'all can see, but this is the back of my hair. I don't know if you can see the back of my hair.
Look at
but
that.
It's completely different than it was before. So.
And you were saying before this call just how hard it was for you to do the back of your hair previously.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, it's fantastic.
I love it.
Well, I
So
was
much
having
easier.
everybody just say their last thoughts on RevAir. If you were to share with a friend what RevAir is and how it works, what would you say? Like, what would you tell the girls at lunch over a mint julep, since you guys are all in Louisiana?
Paula?
I would say that I have these little baby hairs that will just refuse to grow. And this is helping it. I think it's better for it. It's less damaged and it's starting to grow finally. So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Nancy, I asked them all while you were revving your hair, so you get to be the final word on the topic before we go today.
I think even if you have straight hair, the thing that it's doing is it's not damaging your hair. So to me, the product's good for any kind of hair type, long or even, you know, mid-length, even short. I think the whole thing is a revolutionary idea. And I've been telling everybody about it because one person asked me, did you go to the salon today when I saw them? And it was because my hair is it just looks like a salon hair do, you know? So yeah. I'm really happy with it. I hope everybody kind of can get a chance to try it. I think it's great.
Me too. Well, I want to thank you all for your time tonight. How sweet of you to join. And I guess it was a fun way for you all to see one another as well during this crazy time. But I want to thank everybody again for watching and remind you that on Friday nights, we're over on Instagram Live. And we will have a guest there this Friday night. So follow our page and our stories so that you know when to join us. And otherwise, another happy birthday to Avery. Happy birthday. And a huge thank you to Paula for herding all the cats in your family and getting them all onto one call, which was really awesome. And then once again to the amazing Mark.
Yeah.
Yay, amazing Mark. Look at what he did, the ripple effect. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the RevAir family. Goodbye.